Hey, welcome back. This is another behind the scenes video, and you'll see here that I'm in the Magician's Mistake world, and we've made some changes. This is a remix of the Critter Jam 35 world, where we built a prop hunt with the Critter Jam team. Medra and I have made some changes to this version of it, the remix, to make it easier and clearer to use. So when you spawn, you'll be faced with just a choice of choosing a team, and there are two buttons. There's nothing else complicated. There is a music toggle. We're still trying to figure out where to put that. But you choose a team, and you'll head down to the spawn match. There's no longer the leader control panel, which you might have remembered, which had a start and end round button on it. That's all automatic now. So if I go ahead and join the Wizards team, I'm in the Wizards avatar. We now have a counter on how many props or mimics there are, and a timer for how long the round's going to start. And then if I fly over to the wall here, the gateway, we've got grab one to the right, and you'll see there's a wand table. This will now spawn a wand per player, and it's not unlimited. Like, you can only get one wand per player, and that means there's no cheating involving multiple wands. You also can't duplicate these. If you try it, it just won't do it. And this is to prevent cheating of multiple wands. That was more sort of a performance problem rather than a cheating problem, because it was quite accurate, but still, one wand per player makes it nice and fair. Once you've got your wand, you can hit ready. This is the new part where there's a readying up system. So if I hit my name here, it turns green, and then there's a vote to start button. Once all players up here are green, as in once all of them have voted green, then you can hit vote start. And that will register the entire team as being ready to start, and that will be a signal to the game system. Over here we have the same thing. There'll be a ready button here that appears for any mimics that join the team, and once all the mimics are ready, they push the vote start button here as well to vote the team ready. Once both teams are ready, the game will begin a short countdown and then automatically start the match. There are sounds to go along with that to let people know what's going on, and so everything is now automatic. There's also a back to spawn button. This will kill you or and send you back to spawn. It's a fast way to get you back there. It also deregisters from the team. You'll see up here we've got one wizard right now. If I hit this button, it will deregister me. If I change my avatar, it will deregister me. If I leave the world, it will deregister me. If I die, it will deregister me, etc., etc. Once in the match, not much has changed. The castle's still the same. All the props are the same. They are no longer scalable. We've managed to fix that up as well, so you can't scale any of the props, but there's no changes to the layout or anything like that. You can still grab them and put them in the sky or below the ground. We're going to fix that next. I think that's it really for the changes. It just feels a lot more better because it's all automatic and you don't have to carry around that big panel that we had before. I'm going to go into like how a bit of this works, but I'm going to head back to spawn here first so I can show you that the Mimic team works. Oh, there we go. So now I'm over in the Mimic team. We've got, again, the ready button, so I can hit that and then vote to start. It's exactly the same here. I'm going to head back to spawn, and then as me, I'm going to go fly down. That's the interesting camera bug. There we go, fixed. Once we're down here, I'm just going to talk a little bit about how this works, just because I find it cool. If I go ahead and inspect this not already button, and then head up a little bit, you'll see it's a complete ready system. Inside the ready system, there is a ready button. When anyone joins a team, it duplicates the ready button and puts it inside the grid. I'm going to do that manually. And there you go, you'll see there's me. And if I go ahead and duplicate you, or me, should I say, you'll see there's now a grid of me. And this grid needs a little bit of tweaking so that things don't line up like that. Also, the rotation is just a quirk of how I did it. Usually the logics that duplicates the button will reset the rotation so that it's not a mess here. But the point here being is that when I click each of these buttons, I vote each of these players as green. Now these are all me, so I can click them, but if this was another player, I wouldn't be able to vote ready for that player. So if this said, I don't know, Medra or something, I wouldn't be able to click it unless Medra clicked it. Once all of these are green, and they all have to be green, that's when the vote start button appears. It has to be all of these are green, so everything here is looking for that. The alignment of these is an object grid aligner. I just did a re-record of a video on that based on some new capabilities, and these are useful for grid setups like this one. So that's that. Also, at the end of a match, it will clear all of this away, and when the match starts, it will make the ready system vanish so that people can't mess with it once the game has started. It will just turn into a gate once the game started. I'm gonna go ahead, hit back to spawn. That should clean up that grid down there. There we go. There's an interesting bug which I'll report. Looks like that didn't clean up the grid. I'll take a look at that as well. There's an interesting bug which I'll report, which is that I know I didn't. You have to be one of the avatars for it to clean up. The interesting bug I was mentioning is that when I respawn, if I'm in smooth POV when I respawn, it'll do weird things to the camera where it appears inside my face, which might not be an issue for most avatars, but is for mine because you end up seeing my tools. I'll report that back later. Other than that, I think that's all the changes. We do have a few more planned that we haven't got around to just yet. Oh, you also see the arena. I forgot to talk about that. We moved the entire arena into a kind of valley, and we put these hills around it. This is just to provide some sort of separation from it. You'll also see that if you try and walk off there normally, there is a barrier that stops you. This just means that you can't get down there unless you're in one of the teams, and it prevents the game from being balked in that manner. You can still spectate, just head into edit mode and fly down there, but then it's very clear that you're not playing because you've got the edit mode lasers on. The only way to get down there if you're walking is to join a team. We've also set the default permission state to guest, I think, so that they can change avatars, but they can't, build by default, and that means that, you really only have a choice to play. Hope that's helpful. You've got the credits here. There's advanced settings here. You can change up the round length and the mimic hide time or the start cooldown, etc. But you don't need to change them. We've made them some standard values that we feel work appropriately. And then there's full instructions here if you need any more tuition on how it works. Just thought I'd give you a behind the scenes look. That's been that. I will see you next time.